I always thought the basement of our local library was just a musty storage space for old, forgotten books, but last week, I found something that shouldn't exist. Among the dusty shelves, there was a book with a leather cover, faded and cracked, and my name was inscribed on the spine. It was the kind of book that felt wrong to touch, yet I couldn't resist. Opening it, my heart raced as I read the stories from my childhood, tales that only ever lived in my head, never spoken or written. They were stories of the monsters under my bed, the shadowy figures outside my window, and the imaginary friends who weren't so imaginary after all. Somehow, they were all here, in this book, word for word. The first story described the night I woke up to find my bedroom door ajar and a whispering voice coaxing me into the hallway. I remember the fear paralyzing me, but the book described what happened next, something I had no memory of. It claimed I had followed the voice down the stairs and into the kitchen, where a figure with hollow eyes waited, promising secrets and friendship. My skin crawled as I read on, the words blurring as my mind screamed that it wasn't true. But the details were too precise, too vivid, like it was all happening again. In the second act, the book unraveled more forgotten memories. It spoke of the time I ventured into the woods behind my house, guided by a melody only I could hear. The story unfolded with an eerie accuracy that sent chills down my spine, recounting how I found a clearing where the trees seemed to watch and listen. It described how the shadows danced around me, whispering my name, and the feeling of losing myself in their cold embrace. These experiences, buried deep in my subconscious, now resurfaced, each word etching fear into my soul. As I reached the final chapter, the book revealed a secret that shattered my perception of reality. It claimed that these stories had been recorded by an entity that lurked just beyond the veil of my perception, feeding on my fear and confusion. With shaking hands, I slammed the book shut, but the damage was done. Every night since, I've heard the whispers again, growing louder, demanding recognition. The library basement remains locked now, but I can't escape the feeling that something is watching, waiting for me to acknowledge the truths I can no longer deny.